be if you're an energy healer or a coach and you've been wanting to put together a group coaching program and you're like, I don't exactly know how to do that. Okay. Or like, what is the framework for that? So I actually just launched my own group coaching program. It's called the Quantum Evolution Academy, and it's going to be teaching people how to become an Akashic record reader and inner child healer. Up underneath that is going to be teaching people how all of these things are correlated. So that's your chakra system, healing your inner children, holding sacred space for clients, how to heal your central nervous system, processing your emotions, connecting to the quantum field, accessing your own Akashic records, what soul contracts are, and karmic lessons. Because I spent so many years learning how those things work together in order to make you a very skilled energy healer. Also, how to heal yourself and reach higher levels of consciousness and different timelines and dimensions and frequencies. So I'm going to take everybody on the journey of me putting this together, because I've done this before with my Boss Babes Inspire program, but that was really more so teaching people how to start a spiritual business. This is more conceptual things and on the esoteric level. And so I'm going to take everybody through the back end of what I am doing to build the framework, how I'm delivering the messaging, the type of content that I'm going to be making, the hybrid program. I'm going to create all the video tutorials so that people can go at them on their own pace. And then we're also going to be meeting once a week on Zoom for a live Q&A, and also to give activation so people can ask me questions in real time based on things that they're going through with the curriculum. So a few of the things that I did to go ahead and prep and start this, okay, because you probably want to watch the first video that I made right before this one about all the imposter syndrome and anxiety that I had to work through. But I set a date, because when you set a date, you do it. You show up and you put it together. And so we're doing it February the 1st. I also took myself on a walk and I was asking advice from myself about putting this together. So that looked like me asking my intuition and my inner children what they think about it, my inner teens, my past versions, me in my 20s. I was asking future me, higher self me, that has already put the program together, that has already enrolled all the people, that already made all the video tutorials. I was asking her what her best advice would be. I also asked my physical body, my emotional body, my spiritual body, and my mental body. Every single one of them gave me different answers and different perspectives and was so incredibly beneficial, and it made me feel not so alone, okay? Because even though it's just coming from me, it's different perspectives of self and different levels of understanding. I also have made sure to surround myself with people who are doing similar things, that are putting together programs, and so that we can do workshops with one another and help each other with these things. And that's why I'm going to create this series as well, so that you have me to also work through these things with yourself. A few weeks prior, I had put together a email subscription link where I said, okay, if you want to become an Akashic record reader, inner child healer, you can enter your email in and I'll keep you updated about it. And then I had like 200 people that wanted to learn more about it, like immediately sign up for the email subscription list. But then I had to work through all the imposter syndrome and the anxiety to get to a point where I was like, okay, I'm ready to do this now. Then I decided to put a sales page together. Okay, and I was overthinking that, and I said, nope, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put on some anime in the background. We are going to put together what we have and what we want already, put it on up, because who knows who's ready to just go ahead, because, you know, they know me, they know my community, they like my teachings, they like how I deliver messages and the frameworks that I build, and so it's better just to put one up, and then I can go back in and edit it and add more things in or subtract things. And so I put it up. I've already had people sign up. So then my next step was to make this video right here and the one right before, where I was talking about how I worked through my imposter syndrome, my anxiety, and why I wanted to put the program together, why it's important to know why all these things are correlated and webbed together. So I'm already starting to make content about just the program itself and putting it together. And then I'm going to start shifting my content to start talking about the Akashic records and soul contracts and karmic lessons and healing your central nervous system and processing your emotions and chakras and all these things, so people have a better understanding of what the program is going to look like and what is entailed in it. The next step is going to look like me getting on Google Docs and writing, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on my phone, getting out on Google Docs, because that is a living, breathing document. I like to utilize that instead of pen and paper when I'm doing this type of activity. And I just dump every single thing that's in my mind that is related to things that I want to have in the course. I don't try and edit it. Just anything that comes up goes on the Google Doc. Then what I do is go back and split it into sections, because it's going to be an 8-week course. And so I'd be like week 1, week 2, week 3. And I can take, copy and paste little snippets of like a sentence and move it into what section I think is going to make the most sense. And then you have an outline framework. Where people get caught up is like, well, is this going to make sense with this and that and that and that? Don't do that. Just brain dump everything out, get on Google Docs and move it where you need it. And then all of a sudden it just makes sense. And then you have a whole entire program laid out. It's also shocking every time that I have done it like that, of how much information comes through. Like, I always kind of get anxious of like, oh, is this going to be enough? And then it ends up being too much. And I have to subtract and pull it back because I'm like, this is going to be very overwhelming for everybody. So we need to deliver it in a way that's ingestible. And so I ended up taking a huge chunk of things out. But if you do it this way, it allows you your creative juices to flow, and for you to get in the zone and not get so in your head and let that imposter syndrome and that editing, your logical, analytical mind get in the way. So that's what my next step is going to look like, is going on Google Docs. Also sent out an email to my email community and posted a couple things on Instagram just as a, hey, I'm going to be doing this soon if you want to jump on in, because the first 5 people that sign up get a special surprise. And that is going to be for the people that are already ready to sign, because they know me, they like my community and the way that I teach and all those things I said before. They're just already ready. And then there's other people that need to kind of ease into that, see it a couple times to feel safe and secure with making an investment like that. Not only like a monetary investment, but an investment in me and an investment in themselves. And some people want like a deeper understanding of what exactly that we're going to be doing together. So that's what I'm going to be doing in my content, is talking about, hey, this is the Akashic records, these soul contracts, these are karmic lessons, all these different things. This is how they correlate. This is how you up level your skill set as an energy healer and work with clients. And then on top of that, these videos that I'm making that are going to walk people through how to make a group program. Some of the people that are going to be participating in this program, this Quantum Evolution Academy, are going to be looking at my content to figure out how to build their own group coaching programs. Like, maybe they already know these things, these esoteric concepts and understandings, but they need a teacher or a guide to build a framework for them and say like, oh, this is a lot easier than I thought it was. And these are step-by-step instructions of how to lay it out. So this is like a whole dimensional space that I'm building here within my content and the program itself. And then also helping people with their own group coaching program. So sharing how I'm doing this. And so I would love to hear in the comments what your questions are. Whether it's about the program itself, whether it's you building your own programs, you working through imposter syndrome or the anxieties of that. I would love to hear. I would love to make videos about it. And so let me know your questions. If you want to check out the program, it's called the Quantum Evolution Academy. You can go to my profile and click, or check the description box below or the comments.